on the ground, because you can't assume that it's not still alive. If you were to pick up a power line when it's still on the ground, the hot dog gives a good representation of what could happen, okay? Okay, that's what happens. Now, another thing that's very big in Bermuda is kite flying. Everyone loves to fly kites. One of the things that you have to remember when you fly kites is to fly them in an open area and don't fly them anywhere near power lines. Go to a beach or somewhere where power lines aren't around. This is an example of a little girl that's flying a kite that accidentally gets in contact with an overhead power line. You can see the little girl lighting up. And if you look really close at the line at the top, you'll see a blue flame or a spark from the tank. That's just conducting from the line down, and the little girl in the bottom is receiving a shock. So what happens is, when you get into a situation like that, where you may have a power line that does get involved when you're flying a kite, because they can travel quite a distance, don't try and recover it. Let go of the string that's coming towards the line. Leave the kite alone. Call Belco. Belco will come. We'll have these proper protection to take the kite out of the lines for you. Okay? Never try and remove the kite from the line, because it could be dangerous. What we're going to do here is, this is more for the adults. Okay? And what Belco tries to promote is, whenever you're digging or have someone dig, always call us. We have a department here called the RTS department. We'll come out and locate any underground buried cables so that you know where if there's cables in the ground. This is a simulation of someone digging in the ground. You see a green box over here. That's what we call a kiosk, switching box, or a transformer. They accidentally dig in and go through the wire, high voltage wire, and you'll see what happens. Okay, what that's simulating, the individual receives a shock. If you notice someone was in contact with a power line down or digging and got contact with a wire, underground wire, don't try and go to their rescue by grabbing hold of them, okay? Because what happens is the girl here comes over and tries to perform a rescue or pull them away, and they become part of the circuit. So we have two people electrocuted instead of the individual that made the contact person. The best thing to do is call 911, okay, and have someone respond. Yeah?
When you get electrocuted, can you still move? Like if you're still being electrocuted, can you move away?
What happens a lot of times, that's a good question. Because of the lines and what they call it voltage, which is traveling through the lines, okay? And in Bermuda, the voltage between here and here, any one of these two lines in combination is 4,160 volts. Any combination of one of these lines with what we call the neutral line is 2,300 volts. What happens with the lower, what we call lower high voltage, is it carries more what they call amperage. Amperage is the damaging part, okay? When amperage flows in low voltage in Bermuda, it tends to be high. And the question you asked with regards to letting go, the tendency on this is to hold you. Okay? What happens when you get exposed to a voltage with a high amperage, the first thing your muscles do is they contract. High voltage, low ampeраges tend to throw you away. But here, being low voltages, even secondary, okay, that feeds your house, your lights. The lower the voltage, the higher the amperage, okay, that can be generated. So on a low voltage circuit, if you were to go at home and make contact to one of your plugs in your house, that could be sufficient enough to hold on to you and electrocute you. So you got to be very cautious around the house. Toasters, everyone knows what a toaster is. Never stick a fork in a toaster. Okay, take out your, you know how some people like to stick the fork in the toaster, get their toast out before it pops? Always wait till your toast pops. Take the toast out. Never use a fork when the toaster's out of it, okay? Because that could create a problem for you. Okay, you could become the toast. So this little demonstration kind of encourages you to be safe when you're out there. And what's going to happen with this thing here, what you'll probably see down in the near future, is you're probably going to see this come to your school with a fellow called the Kite Man. I don't know whether anyone here is familiar with the Kite Man from Belco, but he'll be coming. And when he comes, he'll be going through this demonstration again for you. So it's very important that you don't pick up wires when they're on the ground. Call for help. Okay? And the thing to do, and this happened back in Canada, because in Canada it was a school bus went through and it hit a pole and the line came down the school bus. Okay? And one 8-year-old was walking down the street, saw what happened, and this 8-year-old kept everybody away from the bus, told the people on the bus not to get off. Here's an 8-year-old kid standing there telling him, stay on the bus, don't come near the bus. And he stood there until the hydro and the rest of the people arrived. And that was all because they went to a demonstration that said, never play with power lines, okay? If you're driving, this is a good one for adults. If you're driving and you get involved with an accident with your car, and the lines come down, you hit a pole, never get out of your car. Stay in your car, okay, and wait for help to come. If the circumstances arise, when that happens, sometimes you have fire, you have your car starts to catch fire. You have to make a decision to exit then. When you exit the vehicle, never exit the vehicle by holding onto the vehicle and stepping out. Okay? Always open the door and jump clear. Okay? So when you take that step, you're holding onto the car, you do the same path from here, through here, to the ground. Okay? Just some important things to remember when you're working around, playing around hydrant. Okay?